productivity. If you see, productivity is like the simple definition if I have to give, then whatever you are having input, whether it's labor or capital, you are doing something and you are having your output. So it is kind of ratio from output to input. If you will reduce your input, definitely either you have to increase your output or you can reduce your input. Now, if you see, output is like limited. You are having the whatever machine's capability, you cannot go beyond it. Whatever the capability of the person, whatever the working hours, you cannot beyond it, right? But you are in chance of reducing this input. And if you can reduce this input by identifying certain wastages, identifying certain gray areas into it, if you work upon it, definitely you will be able to increase the productivity. And that is the whole game, right? So we are talking about the productivity. And if you see here, we are this is exactly what is happening with us. We have started our companies, we are pushing hard, we are giving more time to our companies, and we are going ahead, but we don't know which kind of wheels we are using. These are the 4 important wheels, and if your wheels are not okay, come what may, you will not able to go too far. And it is like, rather than changing the people, try to change these wheels. Try to manage these wheels. Try to work on these wheels. And what are these 4 wheels? Let me share those 4 wheels. And these are the 4 wheels. I would say it as the physical workplace, which is very, very important. How you are handling your physical workplace, your processes, your performance of your people and processes, and then comes your people, right? How you handle these 4 wheels will decide whether you will be able to increase your productivity or not. What are the inputs? Even your inputs would come from the physical workplaces. Input would go into the processes. Input would drive your performance, and input is like people who are actually putting the things into the system. So if you work upon this rather than working on to the small things, I'm always telling people that don't work on the salary or incentive of the people. Work on their improvement, work on the productivity. When I go into of course, this is the different time. As of now, we are into the different situation. We have not produced anything and we are getting salary cut, or that is absolutely okay. Partially, we have to agree with what our companies are doing. But in the long run, focus in these 4 pillars to improve the productivity. Now, going further into this, a post-COVID era, what will happen? Like we are surviving and we are servicing, right? We are preparing for new normal, and then we are actually actualizing it. We are going further, right? And if you see, this is the short term, time of 1 to 2 months or 3 months, we are actually preparing for it. आज जाके कंपनी में देखते हैं orders नहीं है, pressure बना हुआ है, we don't know what will happen in future. आए दिन हम सुनते रहते हैं कि इतने लोगों के जॉब गए, इतने लोगों के पास काम नहीं है, अगर कंपनी में ऑर्डर नहीं है तो कंपनी के पास पैसा नहीं आएगा. And at the same time, we are going into the company and spending our 8 hours, but are we productive, right? So in the short term, all the anxiety will be there, but be into the game, be into the business, and definitely gradually we would be actualizing the new normal and will start improving upon it. How? Let me tell you in the long run. And generally, I call it VUCA, right? This is like the Philip Kotler, and with him, one of the Indonesian thinker, he has given this particular framework. I have converted them slightly and presenting it to you. We are into the volatility, uncertainty. Volatility is what pata nahi hai kya hoga. Uncertainty, we don't know about future. Volatility, everything is up and down. Uncertainty, what will happen in future. Complexities, पता नहीं पड़ रहा है कि कहाँ से start करें. Ambiguity, we are not very clear what exactly we need to do. And from there, we have to convert it to the vision, understanding, clarity, and agility, right? What is this? This is fragile. We are into the fragile situation. And what need to create it? Like we need to be agile, or we need to be lean or Six Sigma. These are the tools through which we can create all this, right? Going further into this, 3 phases of the improving long-term productivity. What are the phases? I'm slightly going into the model of it, and then I will come to the tools, right? The first phase, the initial 1 to 2 months, it is like the reacting. What do you mean by reacting? हम लोग जा रहे हैं, सब कुछ प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, पहले जैसा कुछ भी नहीं है, कुछ नई चीजें आई है, नए गाइडलाइंस आए हैं, नए एसओपीज आए हैं, नए प्रोसेसेस को फॉलो करना है. सो वो वी आर रिएक्टिंग टू इट. समटाइम्स वी फील लाइक कहां फंस गए, समटाइम्स वी फील लाइक यार ये नहीं करना, and sometimes we are feeling like let us go to back to the old habits, right? And we are generally going into the old habits and then coming like it is like the compulsion, by compulsion, by hook or crook, we are going for the new normal. So what we are doing is like we are mobilizing the war room, establishing the visibility, like हम लोगों को बता रहे हैं कि ये चीजें करने की जरूरत है. This is the new guideline we have to follow. We are actually displaying it and we are trying to continue the business. This is for the 1 to 2 months. जब से lockdown open हुआ है तब से like in the month of June, July would be like the months of uncertainty. Then comes rebound. What do you mean by rebound? Check on liquidity, profitability, reinforce supply chain, sales demand recovery, right? And we have to re-strategize year 2021. जो हमने plan बनाया था मार्च में for 2021, it is not applicable in this financial year. We have to re-strategize our supply chain, our liquidity, our profitability, and we have to work out those numbers. The goal should be very clear where exactly we need to reach, and then slowly and gradually accelerate digital implementation. Friends, these, you believe it or not, you like it or not, but this is going, this is like next boom. Anyways, we were talking about Industry 4.0, and post COVID-19, this would definitely boon into the disguise. We have to work upon this, and we have to go for the low cost automation. We have to go to explore the possibilities of working from home through different technologies. So that I'm coming to later, right? And then month 6 onwards, re-engineer. This is very, very important. So far, so good. Whatever we have done is done. Past is past. But now we'll have to focus on the future, and we have to reinvent ourselves and be in a new reality. What do I mean when I'm saying reinventing the self? हमने पास्ट में जिस तरीके से जो काम करते रहे हैं और जो मिला है, अगर फ्यूचर में उसी तरीके से चलते रहेंगे तो शायद से वो नहीं मिलेगा जो मिलता रहा है. We have to change our thoughts, we have to change our ideas, we have to change, we have to think out of the box. So reinventing the self, it starts from the self. Productivity starts from the self. I'm going to share one beautiful case study of Japan when I will be talking about the tools of the productivity. Fantastic case study, I really liked it. Reimagine business possibilities. Where exactly? I know my business, let's say I'm into the business. Let me tell you our example. We are into the business of consulting. We are into the business of coaching and training. Most of the time, we'll have to go into the field and we have to cater our services. In past 2 months, 3 months, we could not able to go to the client places. And people like us, we are into the educational services. And definitely people like company will not ready to spend onto the consultant or training unless and until they will are having extra money. And we all know that since last 2 months, no company is getting any money. So for next 6 months, in fact, they're cutting the salary of the people. So next 6 months, we are not having any choices but to go online. And that is what we sensed it. And we reinvented our way of working. And we are doing webinars. We are doing more trainings online. And the benefit of the trainings, like we have to spend a lot of money onto the traveling and logistics and there's some other places, and we were charging it from the customers. Now we are passing that discount to the customers, so customers are getting benefit out of it, and we are also earning our bread and butter from this. So this is like we have to reinvent, we have to reimagine business possibilities. This is very, very important for all of us who are listening to me. And restructure resources. Of course, we'll have to, let's say, पहले क्या होता था कि एक काम करने के लिए आप टीम में कुछ मीटिंग करते थे and you were calling the people and doing the meeting together. Now it will not happen. You have to restructure the people, and that is why you are working at 33% or 50% of your capability of the manpower. So that is how you need to understand. We'll have to understand this new normal, and we'll have to touch upon the productivity. Now, coming to the tools or the approaches to rebound and re-engineering or to improve the productivity, what are the approaches? One is the 8 A's for new normal. So far अभी तक हम बात कर रहे थे 5 S की, इसमें 3 S और जुड़ गए हैं. I am going to tell those S, like which are the other S which are part of this. Now I'm going to talk about it. Gemba approach, many of you would be knowing about it. Like what is Gemba approach? मैं उस पर बात करने वाला हूँ. Muda reduction, we have to identify which are the processes which are not adding the value and we have to work upon it. Which is now the another concept which is very very important, performance based pay structure. अभी तक हमने जो भी काम किया है, अगर आप मैनेजर हो, अगर आप सुपरवाइजर हो, अगर आप कंपनी के ओनर हो, you have to work upon this performance based pay structure. If you are not able to define your KPI and KRA, forget about the productivity, which is very very important. Then comes Kaizen, small improvements, small change on continual basis. And very very important, digitization. We have to start working on low cost automation. We'll have to start exploring the possibilities where we can go for the digitization, right? So these are the some of the approaches I'm going to talk about it. And they put together, we'll have to work on lean, we have to work on Six Sigma, and we have to work on Industry 4.0 IoT. Club together, if you understand the concept of lean, if you understand the concept of Six Sigma, if you understand the industry, what is exactly Industry 4.0 and IoT, definitely you can take up this approach and you can improve the productivity.